And you're welcome. Final segment here.
Yes. With us on the couch is Violet Ejiata. She's a seasoned beauty queen whose undying penchant for service to community birthed her passion for female reproductive health, propelling her to participate in not one, but 3 beauty pageants.
Yes, by the way, she won all of them.
Uh-uh.
How do you do that? You
Baby.
win all of them. Now, she's got this initiative dubbed the 528th Project. Now, she leads a community of visionaries who are dedicated to combating period poverty and addressing female genital health issues. You are welcome, Violet. Good to have you here.
Thank you
Please,
very much.
there's nothing to
Amazing
win
to be
here. I hope you're not here to win anything. Just, that's your thing.
I'm very competitive, but no.
Yeah.
You seem, you look, I admire you because I'm not a competitive person. So, for those of you who are very competitive, well done. And, well,
very much.
528 projects, is that more like a goal to achieve or to, 528
The number, is it
projects?
significant?
Yes,
When it
significant.
is significant, yes. And when I tell you what it stands for, you're going
Okay.
to connect with it a lot
Okay.
more than
Okay.
you initially thought. So the universal menstrual experience for women and girls across the world is actually for 5 days every 28 days.
Oh.
528 project actually stands for our menstrual cycle.
Don't you just
And it
love
is
that ah
recognized.
moment? I mean, I'm sure you do that on purpose all the time. Like when I tell you, you see, you
Yeah.
connect with it.
Yeah.
You're looking
Yeah.
for that reaction.
Yeah, and I love that you did connect with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
So, I know that you're a woman, and menstrual cycle, all females go through that. Why is this project very passionate to you?
Why I'm very passionate about this project, on my second outreach in October 2020, because I started during, the crunch of COVID-19. So during my second outreach, I was doing my, typical menstrual lecture, and there was this girl who came by. She was obviously, within her menstruating age, and she asked what I was holding. It was in a rural community here in Lagos State, and she asked what I was holding. I was holding a sanitary pad. And for a girl that age to ask such a question, it then meant to me that she had never used a sanitary pad. And it was then I decided to make that commitment to ensuring that more people, more girls get to have access to sanitary pads, and not just the resources, the materials, but the education and the knowledge as well, because there's such a huge knowledge gap.
Is, there is.
And we cannot blame people for being ignorant if we're not taking active steps to ensuring that they're educated and they're informed on menstrual health and menstrual hygiene.
So you use the platform of pageantry to
Promote
menstrual health. That's very, very unique, by the way, I must say. And we were just looking at a video while we were talking of you on one of your outreach. And I'm just wondering, there it goes again. This was where? Where was this?
This was somewhere around Ilaje here in Lagos State as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know where Elijah is.
So these people have like a community bathroom. They
Okay.
don't have the most hygienic or sanitary systems or
Environment.
facilities around. So these are things we're tackling as well. It's not just, distributing free sanitary pads. There's a lot that comes with attaining hygiene, personal hygiene.
So what advantage or what knowledge there for the male child or the men? Do you also educate them regarding this as well, especially the subtle stigma around menstruation?
Yes, so one of the things we're trying to do is to really address period stigma by involving more men. So there's actually always men who come for our outreaches and for our programs, and these men, so they make it much more comfortable for the boys to talk about it, for the boys to learn about it. Because one of the ways to break this cycle, this unnecessary vicious cycle of period stigma, is by addressing the boy child. So I say putting the men in menstration.
Oh, you are just full of gems, aren't you? Wow! Stop already. You're winning. But question now, what form does this stigma take in any case, in the cases that you've been privileged to see?
So I see it majorly from our cultural and religious prejudices. Most of this are actually informed from the things that have been inherited, so to speak.
Passed
It's
down.
what your father tells you, you then, pass down to your own sons as well. There are many grown men who are still uncomfortable, talking about just,
menstruation.
I want to change my sanitary pad. It's an issue, for a lot of people. And addressing it is by using their gender. Use somebody who looks like them. Use somebody who is within their circle. Just get one person, speak with that person, and they become an advocate.
Now let's talk about the role, because yes, there is there's the responsibility of NGOs like yours or foundations like yours. There's also the role of individuals, even as females, that we have to play in stopping this period or ending this period stigma. Talk to us about some of the roles that even we as individuals can play. So, for example, if I am, if I'm in a situation where, I'm stained and I go around asking for a sanitary, I've been where I've even asked a male for a sanitary towel before. It wasn't to make him feel uncomfortable. It was to make him understand that, there's nothing wrong with asking.
Yes.
Right? I wanted him to realize that. So what are the roles that we could go further to, play in making sure that, this is okay?
So there's two questions here, and I want to actually point them out so I can actually answer them independently. So one of them is making men comfortable enough to not just talk about it, but to also carry on sanitary towels, which is part of what we're doing. We're teaching men how to wear, yes, because, you're going to have, by God's grace, you're going to have a daughter.
I do have a daughter.
He has a daughter.
Okay, and she's going to grow to be a woman.
I was hoping her mother was going to take care of that part.
No, you'll take care of it.
So that's what many men say. But I was on a session, on an interview where the CEO of Miss Lesotho had mentioned that when her cousin started, her mom was not around. And there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of young girls like that who, for some reason, don't have a mother or a mother figure present, either due to work, other engagements, divorce, whatever it might be. And her father wore the sanitary pad for her upside down.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Because he
didn't have the education.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she wore the sticky part
Ooh.
on and went to school.
Wow.
And got stained.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm taking a lesson from that.
That's the price of ignorance.
Yeah.
Girls continue to pay that price. That's what happens. And then what we women can do. I would share a very interesting story. When I was in NYC camp, there was this time, because I'm a heavy flower, and I really wanted to go and change. And there was actually a female security guard. And I had spoken with her, and I said, excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to go change. I feel like I'm about to get full already. When you're full and you can't sit down, you're just uncomfortable generally.
Yeah.
And she says to me, go and get stained first.
Ooh.
I'm not even joking.
Oh, wow.
You see, there's a lot of conversation to be had, about period stigma, menstrual hygiene and menstrual health.
Yeah.
We can't exhaust it.
We
right
can't.
here.
But your
What I
social
would
media
say,
handle is what exactly?
At Violet Ejiata.
At Violet Ejiata. So
Yes.
people can direct questions to
To
you. on
you.
there.
Absolutely. But there's one takeout I want people
Real
to
quickly.
actually have from this. Empathy. Empathy is this central element that's going to help all of us to grow out of period stigma, to grow out of the situation.
Very important.
That embody.
Very key. Empathy. Thank you so much. We have to head over to the couch.
Yeah, I want to
we
bring
forgot
you
to
to the
talk
kitchen.
about your acting career, which we will.
I was
when
going
we
to
head over
ask
to the
you.
kitchen, but hey, let's
Let's bring you over.
Yeah.